morning, good afternoon, good evening. This video clip is an enactment of the scenes surrounding the story of Buya Neanda. She is considered to be one of the leading freedom fighters in Zimbabwe. Those who passionately believed that the country must have a meaningful say, the people must have a meaningful say in the governance of the country, and how the white colonialists had denied them that fundamental right. I'll just play a short clip of it.
How much do you know about your own history?
Have you finished taking pictures, Mr. Cameraman?
If it pleases the court, my lord, to hear the state's case against the accused persons, Nyahanda, Nyakasakana, and others.
Silence in court. Listen to the proceeding.
Nyahanda, together with her co-accused, are responsible for murdering Henry Pollard on the 18th of June, 1896 in Missouri. Nyahanda is the principal perpetrator who summoned her people to apprehend the Native Commissioner Henry Pollard and chopped his head with an axe.
Vana vemutema vafa kubva zvapinda vasina mabvi munyika ino vawandisa uye vasina mumiririri kubva kupfumo dzvuku rakapinda takavarairwa tichiti zvimwe ihama izvo kwete mapera akauya akapfeka makanda emabwe kubva zvapinda vachena ivavava munyika muno vachitsvaga ushamwari namadzimambo edu takafara tikati zvimwe ihama dzatumwa namusiki kuti dziuye kuti tishande pamwe chete kuti dzitivandudze sezvo iye musiki ndiye akangata akati vagamuchire asi mukuuya kwavo ivava vakauya nejambwa norushava-shava munyama pakati pevanhu vechitema munyika muno wanikwe pasina kana nguva tatove nhapo munyika yedu yachipikira.
It is good and proper that we should remember these historic realities. Benjamin, welcome to the program.
Good day to you and good day to our viewers. Thank you for joining us. I totally agree with you there to say we should remember the sacrifices made by others so that we could try and free ourselves from the white oppression. A lot of sacrifices were made pre-independence. A lot, not only the mentioned Buya Neanda and Sekuru Kaguvi, but a lot of children of Zimbabwe made sacrifices. Some died, in the Bush War. Some just vanished. A, a lot was going on. It was a war at the end of the day, and we should take note of the sacrifices that were made.
What I find really tragic is that while all the sacrifices were made, And we finally booted out the British colonial oppressors in 1980. We have since replaced them with new colonialists, the Chinese, and they are now operating with a new black face as the front, the ZANU-PF. We cannot deny that the situation in Zimbabwe before independence is actually worse now than it was then. We cannot pretend that the very things that people died for have not been attained. Before independence, we talked of one man, one vote. Zimbabwe, 45 years after independence, we are still talking about holding free, fair, and credible elections. Zimbabweans have yet to enjoy a meaningful vote. I think this is the tragedy of Zimbabwe. And people like Mbuya Nehanda and all the dearly departed freedom fighters must be spinning in their graves to see how Zimbabwe has moved from ending white colonial rule by the British to only bring in Chinese colonial rule, and they are looting the nation's wealth at an unbelievable rate. And meanwhile, the ordinary Zimbabweans are living in abject poverty and are denied all their fundamental freedoms and rights, including a meaningful vote and even the right to life itself. It is tragic, absolutely tragic. Ben, do you want to give your closing remarks?
In closing, I would want to say sacrifices were made. Sacrifices are still being made today. I sincerely believe that what was being fought for before independence is what is being fought for right now. Like you said, the right to a meaningful say in who governs the country. One man, one vote, and that vote should count. We know that ZANU-PF has denied us a meaningful say in the governance of our country because they are rigging elections. The SADC report stated that our elections were illegal, were flawed, and all other observer missions stated the same thing. So up till today, Zimbabweans have been denied one man, one vote. And this here battle still continues 45 years after independence. And it's sad to state that the sacrifices that were made by our heroes and heroines has gone to waste because we have a few individuals who have decided to enrich themselves and their family and friends at the expense of the greater good of Zimbabwe. But we have an opportunity to fix this. And I've always said we have to make it right, not only by them that died for our freedom, but also for us and our children. We have to fight for that one man, one vote, and that vote that counts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. Thank you very much for those of you who were able to join us tonight. I hope you'll be able to do it again in future. Good night.